man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West.
I got you. Let it rap. Look.
See this? It's time to vote. I got a real nigga, cause he want no flaw. Hold it on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Because it's down this fall to fall through. I get you fit, ain't no hard in the game, John Q. Cold in the ambulance, way above average. Bitch, hey, sweet. Told to make me an apple tree. Down in the valley for bones. This will hold up, child become a man. Darkness get broke down. Crying through evidence. Telling me how to turn a childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga. I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no bench. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I want it black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga and that some dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Someone who's a crypto or blood or a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UPK, we are what? Hot. That's us.
Straight out of One West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, hot, hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. How many fake groups must get dissed before they really figure out who the Lord is with? I'm about to burn Babylon with these bars of spit. Niggas swearing they won't beef, well let's start some shit. I roll with warriors with swords and sticks, so keep stepping. Without them I ain't shit, this brotherhood is a weapon. This nation we protected, headed for Armageddon. Told them niggas no sweat, but these other niggas is sweating. If you can't take the heat, nigga get out the kitchen. Ain't nothing these niggas saying you can find in the scriptures. They still in our breakdowns and trying to convert a gripper. Trying to do the Lord's work, but he fell in love with a stripper. We can't afford to be playing around with the Lord. This one God, faith and baptism on one accord. If you ain't a hot nigga, you might as well hit the morgue. My niggas gon' stand firm while you niggas fall on your sword. Straight out of One West, I'm too hot. My grandma grandma keep on telling me I need the cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot.
H-O-T-T, what that mean? Gotta spell it out. Home of the priest, got the truth, that's without a doubt. Niggas getting winded, need to breathe, cause they chasing clout. What the priest is banging out so heavy, go and break it down. We in your town, boots is on the ground all year round. When the summer, spring, and fall, we prophesying to the clouds, so cry loud. I stay your ass at home, cause life is all about war. Don't make me go blasting chrome, and they go to each his own. Nah, to each his own. We taking over the world, bringing the prophets home. And I dare any of you fake niggas to stand in my way. You niggas is gay, you wearing purple panties, you great. Wearing your fringes on socks on the block, talking to cops, trying to make an arrest. Think you on West? We ain't calling you out, that's why no affiliation. We don't fuck with you out, because we and you know this, man. And if it ain't the UPK, then it's bogus, man. Your Honda had to remind us what the code is, man. And now we hot niggas, but we still the coldest, man. Because
if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
We set to the street and we prophesy to them. When you be amazed with deceit, false prophet feeding. Now can't we set a fire to them lies and hope they open their eyes? Most niggas wouldn't see the truth even if it's written on the blinds. They peeking out to see the real priest who changed their lives. Commander General, your hunter, the son that's out here to teach. You niggas done drop your swords, now you thieves like preachers. Looking for another way round and ain't got no discipline. Tainted worse than the warriors in Southeast Michigan. We aware that you been listening, visiting online. You ain't my bone of my bone, cause you ain't got no spine. You weak in the mind, your vision is so filled with your pride. And you can keep it cause ain't no cowards gonna hold our line. You out here led by individuals, practicing wicked rituals. And you ain't a hot boy cause you falling what these bitches do.
Straight out of 1 West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need the cool out. Quick to pull scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, 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 hot. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Hot, 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 hot. And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
You. Just you.
And they turned us into enemies. Feel me? They turned us into the bad guy. Feel me? They said the Native Indians were savages. The Taino Indians were savages. South Americans were savages. The indigenous people of Mexico were savages. When they was a peaceful, loving people.
We don't know where the hell we come from. We don't know anything about our culture. We know what we been given. We try to emulate the oppressors. We don't even know that name Israel.
Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when on lock. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, warfare, what it's all about. Cry out, spare not, fuck a cop. War scarf, black garment when I'm stepping out. Catch a body, bury him, fuck with the ock. It's UPK forever, know I'm talking about. I done fell in love with the Dow dies. 1 West motherfucker, bitch, we outside. Take ground, wall ready, capped in the car. I keep 144 every time I slide. I'll stomp a heathen like a Tucky ape. Jungle motherfucker, hang with the mate. I'm not a Christian, homie. See, I keep the Drake. Brick after brick, and I ain't talking weight. Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when on lock. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, warfare, what it's all about. It's the home of the motherfucking truth. Undefeated, who is you? Lay it down, we can't lose when I'm chilling with the woo. War like a pebble, I'ma die like a truth. 10 toe down when I'm mobbing in my boots. No cowards, no excuses, ain't no motherfucking movie. In love with the world, got you niggas living stupid. Bitch, I'm not a rapper, fuck a Black Lives Matter or a LGBTQ. Y'all some motherfucking faggots. UPK forever. The white man is the devil. Young Hebrews on a whole nother level. UPK forever. The white man is the devil. Young Hebrews on a whole nother level. Bitch. Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth, even when on lock. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, warfare, what it's all about.
They were attacked by a vile mob of heathens and sinful men who sought to take their lives and stop them from raising up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Baruch Thumb, Yahweh Shema Thumb, Ba Shem Yahweh Shai. Priest and Officer Amawanga Bar, Priest and Officer Yabium. This is our podcast, Crowd Spend Night. What we do, we take viral videos going around on the internet, break them down to the people, give them a biblical narrative, biblical solution to what's going on out
here. Yeah, that's right. You know, some of the videos we do, we know are scripted. Other ones are actually real life. And the reason why we even entertain scripted ones is because it has something to do with Black and Hispanic everyday life. So again, like the brother said, we like to give our people that solution to get out this hell that we're living in. You understand? Also, shameless plug, like every week, we got the Cry Out Spare Not t-shirts. Any size, any color, we can get it shipped to you. We also got the UPK Wear Kentucky, all the latest and hottest UPK approved apparel. You can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram at UPK Wear Kentucky. Again, shipping any size, any color, get it shipped to you. Also, the brother had wrote a book, Hidden Contributions, Native. I know I just butchered it, but the brother Harmar had wrote a book. You can hit him up and get a copy of that book. It's a great book. Also, the sister out here does a lot of great work for the sisters. A lot of UPK approved apparel for the sisters. You can hit her up at your Cottage Creations on Facebook.
Yeah, right. Now, with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into the first video.
I could do anybody could do it. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to have integrity and do good business. And these doors will open up for you, building great relationships. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, trying to get that negative mindset out of our culture, because they still going back to, oh man, slavery, they did us this. And I'm like, you still harping on that, man. I never harped on that, because I can't change the past, but I can change the future. And I think you got to get used to us being successful. And I think a lot of us, we block our own blessings because we don't think that we could do it because we're looking at a color. So, I mean, Muhammad Ali was a guy that, and I love like his story, because he didn't care about that. He just wanted to be around good people, but he did represent for the culture. Right. And I want more. I could do it. Anybody did represent for the culture. Right. And I want more African American owned tennis shoe companies. I don't want this just to be me. I want so many different product brands owned by us, but making it for everybody. Because think about it, when other cultures make products, they don't make it for them, they make it for everybody. And so I want that mindset of our people. If I could change that, that's the way we're going to bridge the wealth gap. I could do it. Anybody could do it. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to have integrity and do good business.
Man, all I got to say is make them say, nah, 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 nah. And somebody should have told Master P after he said that, nah, 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 nah. You feel me? Because soon as you get rich, you forget about your people. That's the sad part about it. When you get rich, you forget about the people that ain't rich. You know, when you get rich like Master P done got, you forget about how many more people will never get that rich. You know, they'll never be able to bridge that gap. So instead of trying to just help Black people get up in society, you choose to help yourself. You know, this what Master P is saying It ain't got nothing to do with helping the average everyday Negro. This is to how to help other rich black people and how to get other rich, and how to get other rich black people help is to get regular Negroes to just stop talking about slavery. Stop worrying about slavery. Because now when you stop worrying about slavery, now when I go into these business deals, I can sign this deal. Now when I go into these business deals, they ain't looking at me for the stuff y'all did. When y'all riding over Breonna Taylor, when y'all riding over George Floyd, when I go into these boardrooms to sign these multi-million-dollar deals for myself and for my family, they ain't looking at me as like another nigga out there with a sign saying Black Lives Matter. You feel me? What if he cares so much about the gap? You feel me? Why the hell is his brother in jail? You feel me? If wealth is the answer to all our problems, why is C Murder in prison? C Murder got locked up for a murder in 2002. You know how much he was worth in 2002? He was worth $160 million. So Master P, if you was worth $160 million in 2002, why was your blood brother committing murders? Because wealth ain't gonna stop the trauma that slavery caused. That's why we keep talking about it. Because no matter how much wealth you got, it's not gonna stop the trauma that we've been through. What we've been through in America is trauma being passed down in our genes, and he don't understand that because he's just trying to get a shoe deal downtown in the skyscraper with these white folks, and he tired of these white folks looking at him like he just a stupid nigga from the ghetto, from New Orleans. You feel me? Money ain't gonna stop us from the trauma that was caused, man. I'm telling you, real talk. And that's the reason why when black people get rich, they get more addicted to drugs and alcohol and violence. They get more addicted to it. You feel me? And it's because of the trauma. The money ain't gonna stop the trauma. Real talk. You guys don't.
Sir. If I could add to that, he said something about want more black people to have shoe deals and bridge the wage gap, right, or the wealth gap. But do he not realize that before we integrated, we had our own businesses?
Wasn't no wealth gap.
There was, and we was actually
we had it.
We was actually bridging that gap during segregation.
And before we integrated, we didn't need nobody else's money. We was rocking and rolling just like the Jewish people. The Jewish people, their communities worth billions of dollars, and they don't have to really deal with nobody else.
Thanks.
That's the same thing we was doing. We didn't have to deal with nobody else, just black people. Just black people. Our money was coming and going straight to black people, hand over fist, straight to black people. And we was wealthy during the Great Depression. White people was jumping out of windows.
Thanks.
It was raining white people all over America. You feel me? While black people, money was tucked in their mattress because they ain't want to let us put no money in the bank.
Right.
So when the banks crashed and all that stuff happened, we was good to go. And the white people lost it. They lost their minds. Real talk.
Right.
And these doors will open up for you, building great relationships. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, trying to get that negative mindset out of our culture, because they still going back to, oh man, slavery, they did us this. And I'm like, you still harping on that, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. He say he's trying to get that negative mindset. You feel me? Who is the negative mindset out of who? Is it white people? Is it black people? You feel me? Is it our fault because we want to remember our ancestors? Is it black people's fault because we want to remember what happened to us? Or is you trying to convince white people that we forgot and we forgave them? Which one is it, man?
Oh, Salakia, sir. Is it our fault that we want justice for the crimes that was committed against us during that time? Nobody paid for that. You or I steal a Snickers from the gas station, we go to jail. We got to pay for that, right? You know what I'm saying? We rob or kill somebody, we go to jail. We paid for that. Nobody paid for all them crimes that was committed against us during slavery.
Right.
Are we wrong for wanting justice?
Right. And that's how you know when you don't really love yourself or love your people.
Right.
You don't love your people. You feel me? You want us to forget about slavery so you can sell a sneaker. You feel me? When it's black people can't buy a Snicker. It's black people right now can't buy their child a Snicker in the candy store because we so broke. And you worried about selling a sneaker. You worried about getting white people to buy your sneakers because, oh, well, Master P, he's not like the other niggas. He's not like the other Negroes, all these racist, radical people popping up all over the internet. Master P ain't like them. You feel me? All this man is cared about is him getting rich, man. That's it. He cared about him bridging that gap, that gap, because what black people have he went to? What black people have he went to get them to start businesses? To show them how to start a business. He hasn't done it, man. He hasn't done it because he don't really care, man. All he care about is himself. You feel me? That's all he care about is himself. And it ain't just him. It's all these rich niggas. Once they get that money, they become white. You feel me? They lose their culture. If you say forget about slavery, you lost your culture. You can't be black no more if you ever feel like slavery should be forgotten. We gave these people a 400-year head start. It's white people running around worth billions of dollars. You don't even know what they do. It's white people ride past you every day in foreign cars. You don't even know what they do. They rich off slave money, nigga. We ain't never bridging that gap, you dummy. That's what all you rich niggas got to understand. We're never bridging the gap. No matter how much you love white people, the gap is not being bridged. You feel me? Because if the gap did get bridged, that's what's going to happen. We just going to get comfortable in this place and be like him. And forget slavery, forget our ancestors, forget our culture. We're going to let them just take everything from us because we got a couple dollars in our pocket and could wear a chain around our goddamn neck. I'm going to get the hell out of here, man. It's some things more important than money, and your culture is for sure it. You should never forget your culture for a couple dollars, man. The hell out of here.
I never hoped on that because I can't change the past, but I can change the future. And I think you got to get used to us being successful. And I think...
See, that's what I'm saying. You can't change the past. I mean, you can't change the future without knowing the past. You feel me? He talking about we got to get used to us being successful. Who the fuck is us? Because last time I checked, most black people is in poverty, nigga. Most black people are in poverty, nigga. They ain't high value men making $100,000 a year. They living check to check, trying to feed their kids and their family. And the only thing they got that make them get through the day is their morals. Is the fact that they won't forget slavery. They won't forget what happened to them. They won't forget what we fought for. That's the thing that's keeping black people holding on, is our culture. And you telling us to forget our culture so you can sell some goddamn tennis shoes. Who the hell you think you fooling, man? The hell out of here, man.
I just Googled something, right? I said, how much more wealth do black people have in America compared to when slavery ended? When slavery ended, black people own 1.5% of the nation's wealth. Today, we're at 2%. 2%.
We went up 1%. Whoop-de-doo.
Half a percent.
Right. Okay, we went up a decimal. Goddamn, we went up a decimal. And whoop-de-doo. I guess the tennis shoes that you sell is going to do it. You know, these tennis shoes, this is going to be it. You're going to sell more than Jordan did, I guess, huh? He gonna sell more than LeBron. Get your dumb ass out of here.
Listen, not too long ago, didn't Lil Romeo, wasn't him and Lil Romeo beefing because Master P owed Lil Romeo some money or something like that?
I wouldn't be surprised, man. When he worried about the wage gap between all black people, you need to be worried about the wage gap with you and your son. Real talk. That's why I said this shit all be, man, smoke and mirrors, man. Just be talking, trying to sound all educational. Nigga, you from the projects. You ain't got to do that shit with me, nigga. I'm from the mud, too. I know a scam when I see one. Ain't that what Trump said? Black people know a scam. Trump said black people know a scam, nigga. And I know a scam when I see one. And you scamming niggas. You want us to forget about slavery so you can sell some goddamn tennis shoes, nigga. Get your dumb ass out of here. While all the niggas buying Gucci shoes and Prada. You feel me? All the niggas going out to buy designer white Italian shoes. Amiri jeans, $1,400. nigga, we never gonna bridge that gap. It's not going to happen. For us to bridge that gap, we have to separate from America. Your dumb ass telling us to join. Your dumb ass telling us to join so we can get the white dollar for your shoes. So white kids can go out and buy your shoes for the first day of school. So you can make you some more millions, nigga, while we make nothing. The only way we're going to bridge that gap if we separate from America, come together, and stay the hell away from white people. Or if that means homeschooling kids for 10 years, so be it. If that means us wearing fucking clothes that the lady down the street then hooked up in her cleaners, so be it. But if that's what it takes for us to bridge the gap, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take for us to suffer, Master P. Not for us to get all the white kids to buy your tennis shoes. That's not how we're going to bridge the gap. God damn.
And you know what? The white kids probably wouldn't buy your tennis shoes anyway. It'd be the poor niggas buying your shit.
It's going to be the niggas.
Because it's been the poor niggas that got your ass to where you at now, buying your music.
That weak ass music.
Some of them about
man, that shit was trash. Nigga couldn't rap. Say him else, Silver Shotgun rapper say they like.
A lot of us, we block our own blessings because we don't think that we could do it because we looking at a color. So, I mean, Muhammad Ali was a guy that, and I loved like his story because he didn't care about that. He just wanted to be around good people, but he did represent for the culture. Right. And I want more.
Right, that Muhammad Ali was the wrong fucking example.
Yeah,
because he ain't got no business up. That's why, because he ain't got no business up there trying to sound political. You feel me? That's why we have ambassadors. You feel me? If we want to go sound political, we gonna send somebody up there that can sound political. You feel me? We got generals, we got captains. They ain't sending me. I'm just letting you know. If they need a motherfucker to go be political and sit on the CNN, nigga, it ain't gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the one chosen because we got brothers that's for that. And somebody on his team should have been like, look, don't go up there and say the wrong shit. And he went up there and said the wrong shit.
Definitely said the wrong shit.
Not knowing what the hell he's saying. Now he just sounds stupid. You know? And he made my point at the end.
Or I could do it. Anybody did represent for the culture. Right. And then a black dude that's sitting up there interviewing him, his ass looking at him like, nigga, he did represent.
You on some bullshit.
Right.
I ain't never seen a black nigga in a suit that looked more political than a motherfucker from the ghetto. I'm just keeping it real. This whole interview was funny as hell. The black dude sitting up there looking at Master P the whole time like, nigga, is you serious? Like, do you even believe that shit? Do you believe the shit that you saying out your mouth, man?
Okay.
Like real
for
talk.
The culture. Right. And I want more African American owned tennis shoe companies. See? I don't want this just to be me.
That's what it is. That's all it's about. He want to promote his tennis shoe. You know, and to promote his tennis shoe, he want us to forget about slavery. For him to sell his tennis shoes to white people and Chinese and African kids, he want us to forget about slavery. Not him. Why he can't just forget? Why we all gotta forget? You know? Because that's the only way you're gonna walk in them boardrooms and sign them deals without looking like one of us. Well, Master P, you're never gonna not look like one of us. You can't change your skin. Money don't change your skin color. It might change your spirit, but it don't change your skin color. I'm just keeping it real.
If he gonna get them bleaching the skin, and he turn out like a white Master P down the road, I wouldn't doubt that. Man, I could see him doing that. Right. It do seem like he really hates his people right now.
Yeah, that's what happened when you start getting that money. They get that money, you forget who you are. Real talk. Why could you go to that scripture?
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33. Why trumpest thou thy way to seek love?
Right. Why we gotta always do that? Black people, holla if you hear me. Hootie hoo. Why do we always gotta trim our ways to seek love? Every time we want to make a few dollars or we want to get up in society, why we got to trim our ways? Why Trump can say whatever the fuck he want?
Right.
Why Netanyahu could bomb all the damn Arab countries and still be rich? Right. You know, why do all these other people can be themselves, but we got to trim our ways? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we always got to trim our ways. You know, we can't never just be who we are. We can't just never be us and just rise up in society. we always got to pretend to be something we not. Right. And that's what Master P doing. Master P is pretending to not be a nigga from New Orleans that came up in the fucking crack era. Selling CDs out of his goddamn trunk to make it to the top. Knowing the struggle, knowing what we went through. The reason why he had to sell crack and sell CDs out of his trunk to make it to the top is because of slavery. It's because we was put into slavery by these people. And they kept oppressing us. Every 10 years, they came up with something new, some new tactic to oppress us. And then you forgot about slavery because you hit the jackpot. You start selling records. Start making money. Sign a good business deal with your record label. And then now we all got to forget. And now you trimming your ways. The hell out of here, man.
Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Right, and that's another thing. We teach the wicked ones our ways. You feel me? They stealing everything from us. Because why? Because we integrated. Because we want to join. Because we want to do business deals with them. Because we want everything to be for everybody.
Right.
And now they stealing our ways. Stealing our ideas. You feel me? And we giving everything to them, and we ain't got nothing left. Real talk. And talk the wicked ones our ways. Yeah, that's all I had on that, though. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll drop this. We'll go to the next video.
I could do it. Anybody. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to have integrity and do good business. And these doors will open up for you. Building great relationships. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, trying to get that negative mindset out of our culture.
Liberia intends set up to 1,200 persons to be transferred from the United States of America within a year. The persons to be transferred to Liberia are third country nationals, some of whom may wish to seek asylum in Liberia. Honor the agreement or arrangement. Those to be transferred from the United States of America to Liberia will include citizens or nationals of African and Western Hemisphere countries who are medically authorized to travel. Liberia intends to accept up to 1,200 persons to be.
Hey, so for all of the black people out here that was talking shit about the Mexicans getting deported, that ain't our fight. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Well, guess what? Guess what just happened? They finna send your black ass back to Zimbabwe. They about to send your black ass to Liberia. And they just signed a deal with a whole bunch of African countries. They just signed a deal with a whole bunch of African countries that they're sending all the immigrants. You feel me? All the ones that they want to deport, they sending their ass to Africa. You feel me? You said the Mexicans want our brothers, they sending their ass back to Africa. They ain't even going back to their respective country. They sending their ass to Africa. You black people that's out of line, you ain't got proof that you're a citizen, they sending your ass to Africa. You want to be Africa, right? Well, you're gonna have to turn into what's his name from Coming to America? You gotta have to turn into him. You feel me? Prince Hakeem from Zalmona. You feel me? All you blackity black people that love Africa, well, you better get used to Prince Hakeem. You feel me? You better get used to the jungle. I'm just keeping it real with you. Because that's what they say they about to do. You know, they already signed the deals and everything. Liberia is down with it. And I'm going to tell you why these African countries is with it. Because they want some of that damn money. You know, you've been slaves for America for so long. They want some. You feel me? They want some slaves too. And you know, the new term for slave is just employee. They want some of them good old employees that's making America run. You feel me? to the point where they even accepting the Hispanics. They accepting Hispanics. They say African descent. Ain't all you black people say y'all African descent? Well, they sending your black ass back to Africa. You feel me? They go that transatlantic slave trade in reverse. It's going in reverse this time. Instead of coming over here, now you going back that way. You feel me? And you can't do nothing about it if you're a criminal. If you're a criminal, how you gonna do something about it? It say you 3/5 of a man. It say you free from slavery unless you commit a crime. So how can you even fight against the government that's trying to deport you to fucking Ghana? And then now you they slave. Real talk.
Yeah, because these Africans sure ain't doing it for the best interest of black people.
Hell no.
Definitely not. You know what I'm saying? When they get you there, they gonna still treat you like the goddamn white man over here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be there, you're gonna be slaves over there, just like you a slave right here.
Right. So let's say the deportees are called third country nationals. These individuals have no personal or legal ties to Liberia. So you don't have to have any ties to these African countries. They will send you there. You feel me? They trying to get rid of niggas, man. That's the funny part. They're not even going to send the Africans. The African illegal immigrants, they staying here. They sending blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to Africa. You feel me? And you ain't got to have no ties to it. That's why it's called a third country national. And it says people from various African nations, North America, South America, and the Caribbean. So you black people, if you look at your ID, it say black or African American, which means you of African descent according to the paperwork. According to their paperwork on file, you of African descent. So all you black people that, I'm not no Israelite. I ain't no Israelite. I ain't no kin to the Native Indians. Well, you're going to pay for that. You know, you're going to pay for running from your culture. And now you African, right? Foundational black American, right? They finna send your black ass back out. You ain't getting no reparations, Tariq Nasheed. Your ass is gonna be picking fucking corn and whatever else they got over there in Africa. Whatever they got in Africa, whatever work they got for you, just look out for it. I'm just keeping it real with you. It say early flights have included nationals from countries such as Cuba and Brazil. Damn. Well, this time you ain't getting on a boat. You flying first class back to the motherland. Ain't that what you call it? You flying first class back to the motherland because Trump and these African countries then agreed to take y'all. For black people that was saying, we can't get deported. All the black people out there, we can't get deported. We from America. I got my birth certificate. Yeah, that's a piece of paper. I got a social security card. Yeah, that's just a number on the screen. And last time I checked, numbers can get deleted. You know? And then don't be mad when you look up and you on that plane going to Cameroon. You ain't never been there before. You better, hey, all right. You better start watching Animal Planet and get familiar with what animals you can go close to and which ones you can't. Which animal insects is poisonous and which ones is not. You better get used to it because Trump then found a way to how to deport black people out of America. For all you that thought it was impossible. Real talk. And we said it too. We said it that they was going to send them back to Africa. They was going to send black people back to Africa, man. Since y'all want to claim Africa so bad, y'all want to go visit and dance and the damn dashikis and all that dumbass shit. You want to go vacation over there? Well, I wonder if you want to live there. Because somehow y'all always end up coming back. For all the black people that love Africa. You go over there to visit, you know, Johannesburg and all that, and then somehow your black ass back here. You know? Real talk.
Some of whom may wish to seek asylum. in Liberia.
Right, and then it's funny because Liberia is that country that black people supposed to have started. You feel me? Y'all be so proud of that. Well, you go get used to it. You know, get used to that Ivory Coast. Get used to all them countries on that west coast of Africa that y'all claim y'all from. And we kind of tell y'all not from Africa. Black people ran into Africa running from the Romans. That's not our country originally. But y'all claimed it so hard. Now we're going to see how much y'all love it. Real talk. All right, so if I could, you go to Exodus 1 and 10.
Come on. Look at Exodus chapter 1 and verse 10. Come on. Let us deal wisely with them.
Yeah, let us deal wisely with them. We finna deport their ass. We getting their ass up out of here. Look, this happened to us in Egypt, man. We in Egypt all over again right now. You know, America is Egypt spiritually.
Lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out in a war, they join also unto our enemies.
Right. That's what they don't understand. You feel me? They see how strong and how much multiplying we doing. That's why they had to invent abortion clinics. That's why they had to take the fathers out the house. That's why they had to put drugs in the community, man. They tried to do anything they could to slow us down. You feel me? Because they knew we were going to multiply.
Prison system.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's what we do. We multiply. And they had to deal wisely with us to stop us from multiplying. Because they knew the way from what they did to us, that with our strength in numbers, we would join their enemy to fight against them so we can get the hell up out this place. They knew that. That's why they had to make sure we was in submission. And right now, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is in full submission. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians would never go join another army to fight against America. You feel me? Black people is fighting in America's wars right now. What after all the stuff they done to us.
Black people want black people to forget about the war against them.
Right.
And slavery.
Forget about slavery. They forgot about slavery.
And fight against us and also get them up out of the land.
It's a fact. They get them up out of the land. That's exactly what they doing to us right now. They getting us up out of the land. They trying to deport us, separate families, doing anything they can to try to destroy us, man. That's what they want to do. That's the mission. The mission is to destroy Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians so we would not fight. That's the point. All these tactics, all this stuff they doing is so they can destroy us. So we won't want to fight. We'd be like Master P, just trying to sell some sneakers. You know, just want to dunk a basketball. You know, just want to run a football down the field. We don't want to fight. We don't want to use our talents to fight for our people. We want to use it to make their country great.
Right.
And that's what they done. They done destroyed us in this place. Real talk. So yeah, we could drop that. We can go to the next video.
Third country nationals, some of whom may wish to seek asylum in Liberia, honor the agreement or arrangement
Police confirmed the two men accused of kidnapping, beating, and robbing a man and woman in South Phoenix are indeed Phoenix police officers who are now the focus of a criminal investigation.
Clearly, we have a lot of questions, but the Phoenix police chief turned down our request for an interview today. Michaela Marshall's here. These are pretty damning allegations, Michaela.
Well, after hearing the violent details, Tempe police believed this was an attempted carjacking by two men impersonating officers. But I confirmed today the suspects were sworn police officers. What's not clear is if they were on duty that night for official police business or out on their own. No body camera footage and no report of an off-the-books traffic stop involving two Phoenix police officers now under criminal investigation. This stems from a violent incident on August 5th, around 11:30 at night. A couple claims they were forcefully removed from their car, tased, punched, and threatened at gunpoint by two police officers. Even though this happened in Phoenix, near 19th Avenue and Broadway Road, all of this information is coming from a Tempe police report.
Police confirmed the two men accused of kidnapping, beating, and robbing a man and woman in South Phoenix are indeed Phoenix police officers who are now the focus of a criminal investigation.
So the police is supposed to protect the citizens, but instead they in plain clothes beating up the citizens, robbing the citizens. This is what the police doing. I thought the police was supposed to be public servants. You know, I thought you always could call a police officer. It's not true. It's not true. See, you thought police was just shooting black people and, you know, harassing black people and stuff like that. But it never dawned on you that maybe these people are criminals. You know, if they lynch a black person, you know, shoot a black person with their gun, with the body camera footage showing, what is they doing when the uniform is off? You know, if they had beat up a black person in their uniform, harass black people in their uniform, what else is they doing when the camera's off? What is they doing in their house with their wife? You know, what are they doing to their kids? You know, that their kids grow up and hate them. What are these police officers doing when the badge off? You know, because we see what they doing with the badges on. When the cameras is on, they in full-blooded wickedness. So what is they doing when the cameras is off? They robbing, they stealing, they kidnapping, sexually assaulting women. You feel me? And it's been an influx of black people being hung on trees. And the police say, well, he hung himself. No investigation. He hung himself. No investigation. You know who else used to hang black people and didn't investigate? The sheriffs. During the 40s and the 50s and, you know, during the time of slavery, all the 1800s, the sheriffs used to hang niggas with no probable cause. And they never got justice. The lynchings came from the police. See, that's the thing people don't understand. You know, when you think of lynchings, you think of just a white slave master that was just mad at his slave. Nigga, it was the police. It was the sheriffs, his deputies. They was the ones doing the lynchings. That's how they got away with it. And they doing the lynchings right now. All these black people coming up missing, dead, nobody know what's happened to them. The police doing it. They was doing it back then. Ain't nothing new under the sun last time I checked. People still doing the same thing they doing now that they did hundreds of years ago. If they shoot a black person with their body camera rolling, why the fuck wouldn't they hang a black person on the tree when the camera's off? You feel me? And that's what they wanted. That's what Trump was all about. Trump gave these white people pride to do the things they used to do. And one thing that they used to do is the police and the sheriffs used to hang niggas. And it seemed like that's what's going on right now. It seemed like these unsolved murders of these brothers and these sisters hanging on these trees, and the police get there, and somehow they all of a sudden a forensic technician. Because I don't know if you know it or not, these police officers that ride around in blue and white cars is not technicians. They're not forensic analysis. They can't tell you if somebody committed suicide. That shit got to go to a lab and all kind of stuff. They telling you it's a suicide then before the body come off the tree. Before we even get any damn proof of anything, the police like, yeah, it's a suicide. Look like a suicide to me. When black people don't hang themselves. Black people don't hang themselves on no fucking tree. But I'm going to tell you who do hang black people on trees. The sheriff. The police. They always done it. They always was the ones behind it. Real talk.
Are tased, punched, threatened at gunpoint by 2 police officers. Even though this happened in Phoenix near 19th Avenue and Broadway Road, all of this information is coming from a Tempe police report.
Right. This shit,
Police confirmed the 2 men accused of...
This incident happened in Phoenix. You feel me? They say this incident happened in Phoenix. You feel me? And these police officers is from another city. So the incident happened in one city and the police officers is from another city. So they out committing crime and they using the fact that they cops so they can get away with it. You know why? Because they have a respective person and they'll see that these guys is cops and wouldn't even look at them as criminals. Just because they cops. Now you wonder why white people run in to fill up the damn police force so they could commit crimes and get away with it. You wonder why all these black people going to jail for stuff they didn't do? Because the police did it. But they need a suspect. So they blame it on anybody. Blame it on somebody. Long as the blame is off them. That's the country we live in. We in full-blooded white supremacy right now. And black people, when you go outside those doors, you better be fucking careful. You better be fucking careful because the police is in on this shit. It ain't just the farmers on the farm and a racist white dude down the street. The police is in on this shit. Real talk.
The Phoenix police chief turned down our request for an interview today. Michaela Marshall's here. These are pretty damning allegations, Michaela. Well, after...
So the police chief didn't even want to have an interview. Black person committed a crime. They the first people speaking up. Yeah, we got to do something to stop crime and this and that. Now it's your deputies, the ones that had doing the crime. You decline the interview. I wonder why you want to decline the interview. Maybe because you in on it. You know?
Covering it up.
Maybe you in on it. You know? You the big dog. Real talk. You covering it up. Y'all all in on the crime. Y'all all in on the mischief. Real talk. This is the world we living in. You know? And you grew up thinking police officers is somebody you could count on and you could depend on. These motherfuckers is the biggest criminals in the city. My father used to tell me that shit all the time. He said, you know what's the biggest gang in Chicago? I'm like, the GDs. He said, no, it's the Chicago PD. He used to say that shit all the time. And I never understood it because I was a kid. Real talk. But if I could, you go ahead with that scripture.
Come on. This is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 17. If adversary come up thee, thou shalt find him there first.
Right. If adversity come unto thee, you should find him there first. Soon as adversity started happening, we should have assumed it had to do with white cops. But you know, us being black and having compassion, we saw past that. And we like, no, it couldn't be the cops. All these lynchings and these murders happening to black people in Mississippi and North Carolina, it can't be the cops. But then we keep finding out, they keep saying it's a suicide. They ain't got no damn suspects. That's because the suspects is the one telling you it ain't no suspects. The police officer on the camera saying it looked like a suicide is the one that did it. And that's what the Bible said. When you find adversity, he gonna be there first. Real talk. You will find him there first.
And though he pretend to help thee.
And that's what the police gonna do. They gonna pretend to help you. They like a crackhead. When you lose some shit, they stole it. You gonna try to help you find it. Police like crackheads. You lose some shit, they trying to help you find it. Niggas dying all over America. They trying to act like they trying to find it out. Like, ooh, we gotta get the evidence. We gotta see who's doing it. We don't know who's doing it. We gotta find the culprit. Whole time is them. Whole time they the ones behind it, and they gonna pretend to help you to throw you off track. You know, to throw you off track. And they would have got away with it too if it wasn't for these meddling kids. Real talk. They would have got away with it too. But somebody been watching their ass. Somebody been watching their ass and seen like, nah, y'all on some bullshit. Supposed to be cops.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
That's a fact. He gonna pretend to help you, then undermine you in the middle of it. gonna play you. And that's why nobody would have ever thought that cops was the ones hanging all these niggas. When the cops always the one that hung niggas. When you look at all the lynches, all the stuff that happened, the sheriffs was the ones behind it. They was the ones promoting it. They was the ones let it happen. They let it happen. They was cool with it. Like it was legal. But it was legal because we were slaves. Even though Master P said you should forget about it. This is what Master P wants us to forget about. He wants us to forget about what's happening right now. So he can sell a sneaker. Well, man, get the hell out of here, man. Yeah, we'll drop that.
But I confirmed today the suspects were sworn police officers. What's not clear is if they were on duty that night for official police business or out on their own. No body camera footage and no report of an off-the-books traffic stop involving 2 Phoenix police officers, now under criminal investigation. This stems from a violent incident on August 5th.
We're in a bad spot too.
A North Dakota mother is currently behind bars after she allegedly cut the throats of all 3 of her children on Thursday evening. 2 of them have passed away, but somehow one of them is still holding on. This is Kaylee Earhart. She's 22 years old from Mandan, North Dakota. Police responded to a home on South Frontier Trail at 5:42 p.m. after receiving a call about 3 children who had been seriously injured during assault. When they got there, they said they could hear commotion going on inside, so they forced their way in, and she had apparently cut all of their throats. In a news conference today, the chief of police said that Kaylee had locked herself inside the house and threatened to unalive them. Of course, all 3 of the children were immediately rushed to a hospital, and like I said, 2 of them passed away. Morgan, who turned 3 in March, and Ava, who was born in February. Colton, who will be 2 years old in October, survived. My heart goes out to her family, especially her husband. Apparently, he was there at the house.
Hey, so we got another incident in less than a week after the trial for the Lindsay Clancy bitch that killed all her kids, and all the white women was in full support, and Candace Owens. Yeah, all the white women and Candace Owens in full support of this woman killing all her kids. You feel me? Because this is what white people do. White people are family annihilators. They kill everybody. When they get mad, they having a bad day, they gonna kill everybody. You forgot these are the school shooters? These are the ones that walk in a church and kill everybody for praying. You can't be shocked. This is what they do. And then they're going to put on a white smile or a smirk to try to make you have sympathy for them. To try to make you forgive and forget the fact that people are dead. They say unalive for the internet. I'm going to say the truth. She murdered her children. A mother, supposed to be a nurturer. That's their culture. We get flack because when stuff get rough, we walk away. You feel me? We walk away because we love our kids. We love our kids so much, the situation get toxic, we just walk away. White people, the situation get toxic, they're killing everybody. You're dead. You're dead is over with. The end of your story. Your history. Real talk. And all I'm saying is, that Lindsay Clancy lady ain't gonna do nothing but spark a whole bunch of more of them incidents. You feel me? Gonna spark a whole bunch of more of them incidents because white people are like a virus. Once they catch on to it, they can't let it go. They're like a parasite. Once they find something they good at, oh man, they going full force, man. They going full force. It was a serial killer named Ed Gein. And when he did that stuff to them people in Wisconsin, the story got out and he sparked a dynamite in white people, white men that was sexual deviants like him. And he created a whole genre of serial killers. Before him, wasn't too many serial killers like it is now. John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, and it's a slew of other ones. All said he sparked their interest. And what I'm telling you is what this white woman done is she's going to spark a lot of white women's interests. A lot of them that you thought was soccer moms, yeah, they're going to be kicking somebody in the head, but it ain't going to be the soccer ball. You feel me? All them white women you thought was so innocent and so, oh, yeah, she's a snow bunny. You're going to find out she ain't no snow bunny. Feel me? This bitch is wicked.
Right.
Real talk.
And they want to blame it on mental postpartum depression, mental illness,
good luck,
or the husband. Because I think in this particular instance, even though the news article said that the husband was there, I read something else or seen something else where he wasn't there. And by the time he got back, this had already happened. And then she also trying to blame him because he didn't help her enough, even though he lived there. And he was out running errands for her. But then they want to blame the father for her because, you know, what do we say all the time? Women don't accept accountability.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hold a woman, especially a white devil woman, accountable.
But I gotta understand, white people, what y'all gonna do about this?
Right. What? Right.
You want to be, you all in our comments talking about us and what we doing and this and that. White people, what are you gonna do to stop white women from killing all the kids? Because I'm telling you, this is an epidemic that's about to happen.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a slew of white women that's going through postpartum depression. Husband left them for another woman, and they're gonna want to kill the kids. What are you gonna do to stop it? You're so worried about niggas. You're sort of worried about what we doing. You're so worried about being all in our business. You know, where we spending our food stamps at. You feel me? What Section 8 and the women on Section 8? Well, your kids is getting C-sections by their mama. While you worried about us being on Section 8, your white daughters is committing C-sections on their children. So what y'all gonna do to stop it? You gonna keep worrying about niggas, keep worrying about what we doing, or you gonna let us build up our community and you worried about saving your damn kids? Because a white kid is not safe in the White House. That's what we starting to see. White kids ain't safe in the White House.
Hey, and so like I said, that's a great question too. And I like to add to that. So to you white men out there, you white devil men out there, if you sitting next to your wife and she agree or has sympathy or pity for what the bitch name was?
Lindsay Clancy.
Or has sympathy for this woman right here and say, oh, it was postpartum depression. I understand how she did. You better watch that bitch. You better call the police on that bitch.
Man, you better take
get that bitch.
Away.
You better take your kids and run from that bitch.
Real talk. Hell yeah. See, and the wool is off, you know. The man of sin is being revealed.
Right.
We see that y'all not the all-American family that y'all claim to be. You know, y'all ain't Leave It to Beaver. You know, that ain't Leave It to Beaver. It's not y'all. Y'all more like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You feel me? Y'all ain't Leave It to Beaver. Y'all in the house having Royal Rumbles. But you pretended to be like y'all was this all-American family. You know, that was so sweet and innocent. The white picket fence, the mom, the dad, the sister, the beef, whatever. They try to make it like they was so innocent. Whole time, y'all the devil. Y'all is the devil. Y'all killing each other. You feel me? Y'all molesting all the kids. Y'all doing all this wickedness, man. Because this is just who you are. This is just who y'all always was meant to be. But you were so worried about niggas. You wanted to turn all your attention to niggas so you could feel good. So you could sleep at night. Y'all want to turn all y'all attention and focus on us. And what we doing when this is what y'all doing. Y'all commit major crimes. But y'all try to blame the Crips and the Bloods like the Crips and the Bloods is detrimental to society. The Crips and Bloods is a black on black issue. What's detrimental to society is white women killing all their kids. A white man killing his whole family, then shooting himself. Walking into the church, killing all the people in the church, killing all the people in the school. That's detrimental to society, not a black on black crime.
It's like it's heavy. You said, because I want to add to that. You know what I'm saying? Invented that term, white on white, black on black crime. And didn't what's the white dude name got shot on the neck? They did the debates.
Oh, Charlie
Kirk. He said the number one killer of blacks in Chicago was blacks killing blacks, right?
No.
And that's obviously not true, but that wasn't the point I was trying to make. The point is,
no, it's heart disease.
Right, that's a fact.
Dummy.
Right.
His dumbass.
Right.
You feel me? His dumbass talking about this black on black crime
right, blacks killing blacks.
Blacks killing blacks is the biggest killer in Chicago when it's fucking heart disease.
Right.
Dummy.
So that wasn't my point, but the point I do want to make is this right here. Wouldn't this be white on white crime? And this whites killing whites?
Yeah. That's what they do. They kill the whole family.
So whites
they
kill
lead
whites.
in suicide. 66% of all suicides are done by white people. 70% of all gun deaths, you feel me, by suicide is done by white men.
Facts.
They leading in this shit. They the biggest detriment to society. It ain't us. But they want to put us on the news to make themselves feel good at night. So they can feel good and sleep at night. When whole time when they tucking the baby in at night trying to make themselves feel good, they on all type of antidepressants and they choking that little motherfucker out. You feel me? You better be careful. And for you niggas that want to have sex with this thing, you a fucking idiot. You feel me? You a fucking idiot if you a black man and you want to have sex with this thing and have kids by this thing and then she fucking kill all of them. You fucking idiot. Nigga, and you gonna deserve it too. Real talk. Yeah, that's all I have on that. Okay. If I could, let's go to Jeremiah 49:10.
Come on, it's Jeremiah 49 verse 10. But I had made Esau barren.
Right, Esau was barren. Esau was a so-called white man. For a long time, the white man, when you seen him, you thought about Leave It to Beaver. You feel me? You thought about all them good old white shows with the picket fence and the suits and the Honey, I'm Home, I Love Lucy looking ass. You feel me? That's what you thought about, all that stuff.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the Brady Bunch. That's what you thought about. You thought about all those all-American families when whole time this is them for real. This is the true Edomites. Not no damn Brady Bunch. It's them killing their whole family because they had a disagreement. Because they wasn't feeling like they self. They wasn't happy. So they had to kill everybody. This is Esau. Which means he's exposed.
His secret place.
And what is his secret place? Inside of his head. Inside of his head. Now you know what Esau's thinking. It is uncovered. You thought she was a soccer mom when she wanted to kill all the kids at the damn soccer fucking practice.
Right.
You thought she loved all these kids and was the coach mom, what they call them. The whole time she want to coach all their ass to commit suicide. The secret place is uncovered. We know what Esau thinks now. He hid it for a long time. But now, because of social media and because of the internet, we see that Esau, his secret places is nothing but wickedness there. Inside of his mind is nothing but death and destruction. Right. He can't live without it.
And he shall not be able to hide himself.
Nope, that's what I said. They done something with this internet because now Esau can't hide himself. He can't pretend to be that all-American family no more. Now we know that these people are just murderous bastards. That's all they is. They can't hide themselves no more.
His seed is spoiled.
Ruined. His seed, his children, Esau's children are ruined, man. Because they brought up in wickedness. They brought up in abused homes. You know, women being abused. The fathers being alcoholics and abusive. You feel me? They are ruined in this place.
And his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Right, and he is not. He is nothing. You feel me? He is nothing. Now we starting to see that Esau is really just nothing.
Facts.
You know, because of the money, the cars, the clothes, the hoes, I suppose. I just want to be successful. Looking at it, we just want to be successful. So you see Esau as he's something when the whole time he was nothing, and he's never been nothing. That's just who he is, and he's exposed, and we see it now. And that's the point. We see it. The Most High has made him bare. He has uncovered his secret places. Real talk. Yeah, that's all I had on that. Okay. Yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to the last video.
So they forced their way in, and she had apparently cut all of their throats. In a conference today, the chief of police said that Kaylee had locked herself inside the house and threatened to unalive them. Of course, all three of the children were immediately rushed to a hospital, and like I said, 2 of them passed away. Morgan, who turned 3 in March, and Ava, who was born in February. Colton, who will be 2 years old in October, survived. My heart goes out to her family, especially her husband. Apparently, he was there at the house.
Uncle Tom was not a bad guy. See, Uncle Tom, you read that book, and most blacks, 90% of blacks never read it. They always call another black, he's an Uncle Tom, he's an Uncle Tom. He's not an Uncle Tom. If you read the book Uncle Tom was a guy who would not beat black women. Uncle Tom, that book, was a guy who would not beat other blacks to make them pick more cotton. Uncle Tom was a guy who would come in at night and take cotton out of his own bag and put it in other black folks' bags so they wouldn't get whippings at night. Uncle Tom was a guy who would not tell where black folk were hiding when they went across the river and they broke free as slaves. But Simon Legree, the white slave master, had a black that followed him around named Sambo, who always says, you show me, give me the right, I'll show you how to trees the coons. I'll show you where they hides. And see, that's the guy. See, his role responsibility is going back to meritorious manumission. I told you about when you got to protect white folks' property, protect their wealth. He says, I will protect it and find it for you. And that's why you read in those end of the movies and books that came out after Uncle Tom, you always had a black guy, a black slave, was running down the road saying, Master, master, here comes the army, let's hide our silver and gold. And you all say, our? How did it get to be our? You know, he always wants to say something that doesn't even belong to him. And that showed up all through history. And today you got the same kind of personality doing it. And now he's not saying let's hide our silver and gold. He's called himself a conservative. I'm also against affirmative action for black folk. Uncle Tom was not a bad guy. See, Uncle Tom, you read that book, and most blacks, 90% of blacks never read it. They always call another black, he's an Uncle Tom, he's an Uncle Tom. He's not an Uncle Tom. If you read the book Uncle Tom was a guy who, Uncle Tom.
Right. So what he's saying is heavy, though. So if Uncle Tom is not the bad guy, then how did we become to believe and come up with that term, Uncle Tom, to being the bad guy? I'm going to tell you why. Because of white people. White people is the reason why we say
that book was the guy who would not beat.
White people is the reason why we say Uncle Tom. White people is the reason how we came up with that term, Uncle Tom, when if you read the book, like he said, Uncle Tom was the one that was protecting the Negroes. He was the one looking out for the Negroes. You know, he was the one that helped them out all the time. And there was a guy named Sambo that was the snitch. He was the one that wanted them to get caught when they tried to run away. And white people demonized Uncle Tom. That's the reason why when we say you a snake, you a sellout, we use the word Uncle Tom because of white people. You feel me? Because of white people didn't like Uncle Toms. You feel me? And it was more Sambos than it was Uncle Toms. So instead of we saying, hey man, that's a bad black guy because he don't want to listen to massa, we just call him Uncle Tom. You know, if you was a black person that didn't agree with America, didn't agree with white people, you was an Uncle Tom. The one that was a snake to black people and was a detriment to black people was a Sambo. And that let you know we had more Sambos than we had Uncle Toms. Because now as time went on and black people ain't reading no goddamn books, you know, because we in so much oppression and struggling, we ain't got time to read no books. We just start calling a sellout an Uncle Tom. When the whole time the sellout was the Sambo, you know, and that just shows the type of oppression that we under in this place. You know, that we didn't even take the time out to see the play, to see how the white man was trying to turn us against niggas that was radical. Niggas that was trying to buck up against the system. And we called them Uncle Toms. That was trying to buck up against the system because that's what Uncle Tom did. In the book, Uncle Tom bucked up against the system. You feel me? Uncle Tom bucked up against the system, but we call the niggas that's sellouts, Uncle Tom, when really they Sambos. But like I said, we got more Sambos than we got Uncle Toms. You feel me? And then another thing I want to add is that's the same thing with the Bible. You know, most black people have never read the Bible, but they say it's a white man's book. Why do you say it's a white man's book? For the same reason you call a nigga that's against the system Uncle Tom. Because you didn't read the fucking book. You didn't read the book to see that all the characters in the Bible is black. That the Bible is about black people. That Jesus Christ is black. That God has woolly hair. But you didn't take the time to read it because the white man got you in so much oppression that you just took his word for it. You just assumed Jesus was white. You just assumed it was a white man's book when ain't no way a white person wrote that book. A white person is too incompetent to write a book with that many metaphors that black people use. The way the Bible is written is how black people talk. White people don't even talk like that. White people don't even think like that. But because we was told white people wrote it, it's their book, they use it to enslave us, we say no sweat and forget about it. And that's what black people need to start doing. Got to start reading. And that's the point of this video, is what he's trying to explain about some simple term that was misinterpreted is basically black people don't read. And that's the point of this video, that black people do not read. And the proof is you calling a nigga that buck up against the system Uncle Tom when really he's not. I mean, you calling a nigga that's a sellout Uncle Tom when really he's not. You feel me? A nigga that's a sellout is not an Uncle Tom. That's the nigga that was bucking up against the system. You feel me? A sellout is a Sambo. And you would have knew that if you read the book.
It's like it. So that's heavy too, because what they always say, you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book.
Real talk. That's a fact. Hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. And that's this whole breakdown. That's the whole point of Claude Anderson breaking down this story about Sambo and Uncle Tom. Because it's proof that black people don't read. That's why everybody in that motherfucking conference is quiet. You could hear a fucking pin drop because ain't none of them read the book. None of them looked it up to see why do we even call people Uncle Toms. And you will see if you read the book, it's because white people look at black people that's against them as Uncle Toms. And black people that's with white people, that's down with white people, as a Sambo. So they'll just call you Uncle Tom, and it just stuck. You feel me? It just stuck. To where now black people, not knowing the story, see a nigga that's a sellout and call him an Uncle Tom when really he a Sambo. You know, real talk. Yeah, but if I could, if you can go to Deuteronomy 28 and 37.
Come on. This book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And there shall become an astonishment.
Right, that's a fact. An astonishment. We is in amazement. People is amazed at us right now at all the stuff we went through. All the stuff the white man did to us. People right now is amazed that we is even still here.
A proverb and a byword.
And that's what we became. We became a proverb and a byword, you know, which is a commonly phrase used. That's what we became. We just Uncle Tom. You know, we just Uncle Tom. A sellout. You feel me? Negro, nigga, baby mama, baby dead, right? African American, FBA. You feel me? Deadbeat, jailbird. You feel me? We got so many bywords that just stick to us because that's what the Lord said was gonna happen. You know, we got put through so much stuff that names just started to stick to us that don't even fit no more. You feel me? It's names that's attached to us that don't even fit. You feel me? It's more black fathers in their kids' life than any other race. We still known as the deadbeat dads. Niggas walking around with their kids all day. You feel me? Everywhere you go, you see niggas with their fucking kids, and they still told that we deadbeat dads.
While white women is out here killing their kids.
While white women is out here killing all their kids, and they don't got no stigma. They haven't become a byword, but we have. You know, still right now to this day, because we live in these curses. We live in them every day.
Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Right, all nations. They didn't gave us these bywords. You know, they didn't give us these commonly phrases about us. You know, they didn't came up with these stigmas about us. They didn't prejudge us. You know, they didn't did this. Prejudice. That's what prejudice is. They have prejudged us. You feel me? And that's a curse from the Lord that we became a byword in this place, man.
Right.
Real talk. Yeah, that's in this nice podcast. When we tune in every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Y'all about Shimmy out shop. About Shimmy out shop.